What's up guys, welcome back to another video on the Texas Rangers report. Before we get into this video, I want to thank the newest subscribers to the channel and Nathan Bryan and Spurs best friend. On this channel, I shout out the newest subscribers at the very beginning of my videos and the best comment from the last video at the end of my videos. So if you want your name featured in the next episode on the channel, make sure to click the big red button, click the notification bell, turn your notifications to all, and make sure your subscriptions are turned to public in your settings. Alrighty guys, in today's episode we will be going over the Texas Rangers' recent transaction in releasing 37 minor league players from the organization. Most MLB clubs have been releasing minor league players, and the Rangers decided to go ahead and follow suit. Even though it might seem like teams are being cheapskates by releasing the players, most of these players would have been cut anyways on a normal year after spring training or later into the season after the draft once more talent came into the organization. The Texas Rangers are still paying all of their minor leaguers $400 a week until the end of June. I don't know if they still have plans to pay their minor leaguers after June, but as of right now, they're still paying them, and they just have to pay 37 less players. There were actually some pretty noteworthy cuts by the Rangers, so without further ado, let me get straight into the details on the roster transaction. I'm going to start out with the less noteworthy players and skim over them, and then move my way to the more noteworthy players and go more in detail. And actually, some of the players that were cut were former big leaguers of the Texas Rangers. Starting with the lesser known players, we have right-handed pitchers Alex Carrillo, Juan Castillo, Alex Eubanks, Cal Henke, Sam Hellinger, George Hanka, Billy Lane, Jeffrey Nunez, and Luis Rosario. Left-handed pitchers Brendan Baker, Justin Lewis, Zach Penrod, and Francisco Villegas. Catchers Alex Kowalski, Kevin Mendoza, Isaiah Quiros, and Jose Rodriguez. Infielders Andretti Cordero, Yanieri Guzman, Tyler DePredata Johnson, and Stanley Martinez, who is Adrian Beltre's nephew. Outfielders Luis Asuncion, William Jeffrey, Starling Joseph, Franklin Rollin, Chad Smith, and Haswan Vieira. And then lastly, we have the utility players in Josh Altman and Rafi Barretti. Some of the more notable cuts include right-handed pitcher Austin Bibens-dirkx, the journeyman who debuted with the Rangers in 2017. He also outdueled Max Scherzer in Washington, although he is now age 35. Outfielder Eric Jenkins is the next notable player released from the organization. He's also one of the fastest players in the organization ever since he was drafted in the second round back in 2015. Though he's 23 years old now, and he's only managed a career OPS of .604 in his minor league career. Right-handed pitcher Arturo Reyes is the only player on this list that was invited to Major League Spring Training this year as a non-roster invitee. Reyes is only 28 years old, and he's never pitched at the big league level in his career, so I'm guessing the Rangers saw something they didn't like, or they like their internal options better. Right-handed pitcher Nick Gardewine pitched briefly for the Rangers back in 2017 and 2018 as a reliever, but consecutive seasons of shoulder injuries and elbow injuries have derailed the 26-year-old's promising career. Left-handed pitcher Brandon Mann, who has a similar story to ABD. Mann made his debut with the Rangers back in 2018. He then went off to go play in Japan for another 2 years, although Brandon Mann just recently turned 36 years old. Right-handed pitcher Taylor Jungmann, the 2011 Big 12 Pitcher of the Year, was a first-round pick by the Brewers, who pitched well in his rookie year, although since that season things have not gone well for Jungmann, and the 30-year-old has spent the last 2 years of his career playing in Japan as well. Right-handed pitcher Scott Williams earned a non-roster invitee big league spring training back in 2016 after he had a breakout year at Low A Hickory. He also had a solid year in 2017 as well, although he had Tommy John surgery back in 2018 and has never gone back to his old form. Right-handed pitcher Shane Carl was traded to the Rangers last year just a few days before the trade deadline from the Atlanta Braves, but he never saw action with the big league club. Carl has played 3 seasons in the big leagues, 1 with the Rockies and 2 with the Braves. The best comment from the last video came from Nicholas Keisner, and he said, "Good job with your videos, man. Nice way of explaining things." Thanks, Nicholas. I really appreciate that. And the question of the day is, which journeyman do you like better that the Rangers just released? ABD, or Brandon Mann. The best comment I see down below will be featured in the next video I post on the channel, so make sure to write up something good and stay tuned for the next video. If you like the video, don't be afraid to give it a like down below. It really helps out the channel. Share it with friends and family that also love the Texas Rangers. And don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell. That way you never miss out on a video. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.